Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Sequels are not usually as good as the originals, so this is 5 more features we need in the Crew. I made my last one a few weeks ago, I think. That list is chrome wheels, we hate them, so can we get powder coating? We also had, can we get lowered cars? Cars look like monster trucks when we are fully modifying them, so we want them lower. Houses, who doesn't want a house? Monster trucks, and demolition. So that was the last list. So let's go into this. 5 more features we need in the game. Electric Boogaloo. Let's go! Number 1. Customizable HUDs, or speedometers if you will. When you play the Crew, you see this. The speedometer. It's always there and it shows us the speed. Pretty easy stuff, right? However, in a few events in this game, you have different HUDs, HUDs. You have different speedometers and they look really bloody cool. I've made a little compilation of a couple of them. Vintage Garage has this. Beauty, I love this one. Made in Japan has this. This one is awesome. It's very neon based. I love it. Goes with the vibe.
Alright kiddo, game on. We're going for some proper Japanese street racing.
And the newest Red Bull. This is awesome. I love this one. The blue is great.
Playground boys and girls. Becky Evans here, improvising as the voice of the playlist. Ray Waller, the official voice of the festival, is better.
Okay, yes, I can see you shrugging your shoulders. Yeah, you. Yeah, you in particular. I can see you shrugging your shoulders. Yes, we have this in game. We do have this in game. Yeah, don't get me wrong. However, this is only in those events. When you back out of these events, in those very vehicles I used, you get this. The Bogo Standard HUD HUD. It's back. My Made in Japan Classic, back to normal. My Rally Puma? What is happening, my boy? We don't have the Red Bull HUD! What is going on? Yeah, I know, overreaction, and it's quite a niche thing to pick. However, I do think that the Crew makes a really nice HUD speedometer. I think compared to games like Forza and a few of its other competitors, I think the Crew makes the best looking one. I think the opaque grey with the yellow, the red and the blue, I think it looks really nice. It's very neon-like. However, I would love to be able to make a custom one, or even the ones that they have in game with those different modes, like the Vintage Garage, like the Made in Japan, like the Red Bull. Could we have these on the actual cars? Because it's in the files. It's in the files, so once we exit those events, I reckon those vehicles that are applicable should still keep those HUDs because they look amazing. Not just that, but the fact that this game is all about personalization. We can customize everything, including interior colors. Don't worry, I'll be getting onto that. But we can do that, we can modify, we can specialize and make these things our own. Liveries, we can make this so personal, and I think we should be able to do that with the HUDs as well. Have it personalized, change the color of the needle, the dials, the actual numbers, the boost gauge, the actual red line, you know, please. The Crew, can we actually customize these? Because I reckon that would add another layer. It will make it personal and it'll make it personable. I would love that myself. On to number 2. Customizable Grand Race. I mean this, I really do. I love playing the Grand Race, but I am finding myself playing them a little bit less recently, because sometimes it would just be F1 cars or Alpha GP, drift car and monster trucks, and to be honest with you, I don't always want to be racing in them. I don't want to be doing more than 3 minutes in those vehicles when you got narrow roads and you spin out, and it can be quite frustrating. So I think the Crew would really benefit from adding customizable Grand Race. It'd would be perfect, wouldn't it? I will give credit where credit's due. They have updated the Grand Race to have a few more modifiers. They have added special events on the weekends, on Saturday I think it is, and I think that is excellent. They're really upgrading every season, and that's perfect. However, think of a game that you can't make custom modes in online, custom races, custom, just customizable, so that you can race to your specification. So you can pick a street tier 1, and then you want to go to the hypercar, and then you also want to do rally raid, and then you want to pick your direction, you want to pick the route you want to go to, and then you want to pick the modifier, like you don't want a collision mode, you want a no collision mode, and you want to add clean driving, you want to have specific cars so you can race you and your friends. I think this would be epic to have in the game, wouldn't you? I think that is what we need. So the crew, can we get customizable so that we can have our own customizable personal grand races where we can do it with our friends and a crew? I don't know, just a thought. On to number 3, online chase mode. So we got, in the last season, we got the chase mode, which is awesome. It's great fun, and I've played it a lot. I have played it a lot. I love the destruction. However, when it comes to destruction online, we have the demolition, which is online only, which is kind of sad, but that was in the last video. But how about online chase mode? That would be awesome, like cops and robbers. We'll be one against the other, or even 2 police against 3 racers. That would be awesome, where we would have to destroy the racer and even just have mayhem. Imagine the mayhem. It would be awesome. Game that really takes the crown for this is Need For Speed Unbound. They have an epic chase mode and hot pursuit mode, which is awesome. If the crew can do something like this, it would be game changing. Just think about the possibilities of taking out every player. It would be frustrating as hell. We would probably want to smash our controllers up. And that would take us back to the early 2010s on COD, where we would destroy our entire room! Sorry, that's a little bit of pent-up aggression. I never did that, Mum. I promise you. Don't worry, I have no contact with my mum. That's sad. But unlike Need for Speed, the Cruise looks gorgeous. The colours pop. The actual police and pursuit vehicles, they are awesome. We get the custom Jesus as well, which is so good. And that is what we have with the crew. They have one of the best looking chase modes. So imagine that online. I think that would be the piece de resistance. My friends, on to number 4. So you finished modifying your car. You've made it look personalised to your specifications. It looks gorgeous. It's just right, like Goldilocks said. It's perfect. Then you go to the interior. You go into interior view and everything looks standard. Nothing says race car like a big blocky steering wheel, and nothing says race car like butt hugging seats, nice and comfortable. Race car. But the crew, please, can we get customizable interior? That'd be really cool. We could get bucket seats, we could get customizable seats. Even if we're going through the spec of a car, we could get the top of the line vehicle and get their best seats, or Recaros, or some different seats, or your own custom make ones. We could get roll cages, half cages, full cages, padded cages. We could get steering wheels. We could get different racing style steering wheels like Spaco, Momo. We could get some really cool things. And we could also get a stripped out interior. We could get a stripped out dash. We could get just a race dash with gauges. That would be race car as heck. My guys, the crew, please can we get a race interior and customizable interior? You have the ability right now that we can colour the different materials. We could get the carbon fiber. So we have all of that ability. So I don't know why we can't just customize it. I guess it's all to do with licensing. I guess the manufacturer doesn't want their cars completely modified so that they still look like the original model. I guess that's what it is. I guess it's all about licensing, but customizable interior, please. On to the last one, and this one I've wanted since the beginning, I think, and again, it's Need for Speed that does this the best. Number 5. Exhaust sound or exhaust tone. I think this would be amazing. I think this is needed in the game. Okay, yeah, I already know what you're about to say. We have audio signatures where we can put anti-lag kits. We can put the V6 on an electric car. We can do stuff like that already. However, sometimes you just want a bit more of a raw reception. You want that raw sound. You want to add a little bit of backfire, you want some pops, you want some crackles, you want some engine noises, you want some turbo sounds, the whoosh. And you don't just want to be subjected to that one audio signature. I think the audio signatures are a beautiful touch, it's chef's kiss. However, if we could do an exhaust tone ourselves, and there is a game that already does this, Need for Speed, as I mentioned earlier. Look at this. We have all this selection, and it will be personalised. We can make the car sound like complete arse, or we can make it sound amazing. I'm definitely not saying audio signatures are a downside. I think audio signatures was the best move. I think it was an amazing vanity to have in the game. However, having this personalization would be perfect. You can change the timbre, the overrun, you can change the forced induction sounds, like Need for Speed. I guess a lot of this list is because I've been playing Need for Speed again, and yeah, you get it. But it's a lot of Need for Speed content, which, you know, I think it would be awesome, because Need for Speed at the moment has no updates for the foreseeable. The Crew could swoop in and be one of the biggest and best customizable car games there is. So if they could add this, I think they would be really touching the niche that we love, the modified scene. And I think that's what we need in this game. I think the races are perfect, the grand race is good as well. I think everything is perfect. I think this is a 9 out of 10. Make it a 10 out of 10 with all this personalization. That's why this list at the moment is all about customization and personalization, because I feel sometimes we're a little bit too limited. But that is my thoughts. That is the video. What do you guys think? What else would you like in the game? What other features would you like? You know, go into the comments. I'd love to hear it. I usually reply, so please feel free to drop down what you want. Just be nice, please. Please be nice. But yes, whatever you want in the game, feel free to mention it, because I guarantee the Crew does listen. I guarantee they do watch. Creators, and they want to get what we want in the game, to change it and make it a 10 out of 10. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. This was a long one, and features, we want thousands of different things, so I guarantee there'll be 100 more of these videos. So thank you so much, have a lovely day. It's sunny outside, so put your suntan lotion on. Goodbye, friends. You're alright. Bye.